Hey, what's up guys, it's T-Bone here and welcome back to another episode of playing Legendary Game of Heroes. We're now in preview day for the upcoming event, the Doomed Mine of the Wendigo. It's a Water Commander event, and the event deck this time contains some pretty interesting mechanics. So what I want to do in this episode is talk about the cards themselves and also talk about the feasibility of the deck and how we could potentially use it. And since it's preview day, don't forget to visit the event store and open the Head Start pack. Make sure that you collect the free tier for 50 boss levels. The 500 gems for 50 additional boss levels are nice, but not essential, so save your gems if you can. There are also some changes to this event that you can see in the newsfeed. The collections should be a lot easier to obtain this event, and there will be no hard bosses this time. But the regular and legend bosses will go up to level 500. The good thing is, you can still get overkill bonus up to level 500. Now let's take a look at the cards for the event. We'll start with the support card, Hardhearted Josephine. These are water human cards and she has quite a few different abilities. Her battle skill grants immunity and then heals based on intensity if she gets attacked while immune to damage. With a 5-turn cooldown, it's actually a lot better than some of the other cards that we've seen in the past since they all have 7-turn cooldown. She's also a on-hit type card and will create water gems every time she attacks. The most recent card with the same skill was Samity from the Dark Slayer event, and this passive skill is a lot better than the skill that destroys gems on attack, in my opinion. The thing to keep in mind is that immunity doesn't stack, so you're actually going to want to activate a support card separately rather than all at once. She also dispels Traitor, so that would be one of the solo buff debuffs that you can expect. Next is the event card, Iron Spine Nighthorse. Now this card is interesting because it boosts human attack based on intensity, and at first glance it looks like it caps at 400%, but if you have 8 or more water gems on the board, it increase goes up to 10 times. For this card, it will reach the maximum increase of 400% once you hit 760 intensity, and it can go up to 4000%. It's a crazy amount of attack boost, and I'll show what this means for the type of damage you can expect later. This is also a deck where all of the cards contain passive abilities. Iron Spine Nighthorse will create 4 power gems every 3 turns. It notes in here that if you are resilient, the power gem spawn will be power gem 2s instead. This upgrade in the power gem is dependent on the ultra rare card, but the card itself will work just fine without it in your deck. The event card's counter skill usually maps to the guild boss, so you can expect that the guild boss is going to cast power gem Silence. Following the event card, this is the Master Collection card, Dynamite-Dougal. As expected, it's a more powerful version of the event card and can boost the human attack up to 500%, and with the 10 times boost, goes up to 5000%. It will also reach the 5000% boost a lot faster and intensity 450, so you can start dealing maximum amount of damage much earlier. These skills usually stack, so if you're using multiple copies of the Master Collection cards, you're looking at damage boost increments of 5000% per Master Collection card. It also creates 6 power gem 1s, 2 more than event card, and gets the same boost from the ultra rare card. Now the counter skill is counter attack, but I don't expect to see any bosses with a debuff this event. Finally, we have the ultra rare card, Josephine Quick Draw. What I like about this card is the fact that it's once again a more powerful version of the support card, making her a nice addition to the deck but not a requirement for the deck to work as a whole. Her battle skill also provides immunity and heals if you are attacked while immune to damage. The key difference here is that she becomes resilient for 3 turns. During this time, the passive abilities of all the cards in the deck become more powerful. Hardhearted Josephine creates an additional water gem, and Iron Spine Nighthorse and Dynamite-Dougal creates power gem 2s. She herself also gets a boost and will create water gems as well as power gem 3s at 5 stars. I expect that she'll create power gem 4s at 6 stars. Her counter skill is Flatline, which is interesting since there are no revive cards in the deck. To help make sense of what the impact of the attack boost would have on the event cards, let's take a look at the potential damage output of this deck. What I set up is a very basic scenario. I set all of the cards to have 3000 attack value and assume that there are a total of 5000 relic attack value. To make it easier, I also assume that there is a full board of power gem 1s. Now, the deck itself does not have the cards that can fill the board, but the point of this exercise is to see the damage increase with the attack boost. You can see here that with no attack boost, each card would expect to deal about 4 billion damage for a combined hit of 20 billion. When you hit a maximum increase of 4000% from the event card, the damage goes up to 15 billion per card for a total of 75 billion damage. Then at 9000%, the damage goes up to close to 30 billion a card for a total damage of 150 billion. Now, this isn't Commander, where the attack bonus scales less than in Slayer. If this were a Slayer event, you're now looking at 332 billion damage from the Master Collection card. Even outside the event, once the multipliers are reduced, you're still looking at about over 100 billion damage per card. The reason I bring up Slayer event is because we previously had a human Slayer deck with Tyra as the support card. I would be very interested in using either the Master Collection card or the event card to boost the team and see how well it can actually perform. Now, I do need to put a disclaimer here because so far this is purely hypothetical and I'm estimating the numbers here. I also don't expect the damage to be as high as what I have shown here because I'm not sure this deck can easily get a board full of power gems. I'm personally going to wait until the event starts and try my luck at the free collection cards, but I'm optimistic about the potential of the event cards and the Master Collection card. So that's all for today's video. Thanks a lot for watching and thanks for your time. We're going to come back when the event starts, where I'm going to take a look at the cards and we're going to come up with different deck ideas. So until then, take care and I'll see you next time.